There once was a stock that put to sea. The name of the stock was GME. The price blew up and the shorts dipped down. Hold my bully boys, hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when Ryan Cohen joined the board. The captain called all hands and swore he'll take his shares and hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Before the news had hit the market, Wall Street bets came up and bought it. With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. No deals were cut, no shorts were squeezed. The captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the artist's creed. He took the risk to hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. For 40 days or even more, the stock went up, then down once more. All gains were lost, it was looking poor, but still those traders did hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The short's not squeezed and the game's not won. The tendy man makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew, and all. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Oh, I bid farewell to my monthly paycheck, and I gambled it all on a GME bet. To hold with the boys and ignore calls to sell until we have given the hedgies all hell. And the tendies and diamonds are filling my mind. I'll search for the moon and pay losses no mind. I fear not the hedgie, I fear not his greed. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Plot a course off to Mars from the orbit of Moon, to a place where my gains grew along with my crew. It's not about greed, no, I tell to my best, but sending a message to Wall Street the pest. As the words of their dread fill the space of my ears, they're crying like children, their saltiest tears. My heart fills with joy, then it's bigger than we. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Oh, for sure they will learn that there is consequence for playing with markets for his needs and ends. But when Reddit investors used their tricks on them, they screamed and they shouted while we bought again. As the sights of the rage fill the space in my eyes, for they duped us, but they won't escape us this time. We're this far from winning, this far from their greed. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Now that I'm staring down on the feds and the rich, I'm not sure what I want, but I don't think it's this. As my brothers stand in the raging typhoon, I hold on to my shares as they launch towards the moon. As the The souls of huddlers live forever in my mind as I fulfill the dreams that they once tried to find. I look from the moon with the stars within reach. I remember Wall Street bets and they think of me. For our stocks with the moonshot forever will be. I remember the fallen and they think of me. For the hedges shall crumble and fall to their knees. If tomorrow all the gains were gone, I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my stimulus and wife. I thank my lucky stars to be trading here today, 'cause we all still hold our calls and shares, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets. From the floor in New York City to accounts on Fidelity, from the house of your wife's boyfriend, you just tried to make him see. From you deep fucking value and your own portfolio, where there's tendies in every artist's gut, and it's time we buy and hold. And I'm proud to be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets. And I'm proud to be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets.
What's up, YouTube? How is everyone doing today? Hope you all had a great weekend. Today is April 12th, 2021. As you see, today I'm doing the show from Ramenistan. This is the first time in the 2 weeks that I've been doing this that we're in Ramenistan, and that's because a lot of us lost money today. I know I lost money today. So we'll get to why potentially that is, and we'll cover all what happened today and the news. So before we begin, if you could please hit the like button, please subscribe to my channel, and if you like my content and want to support, please check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, let's see what we're going to talk about today, and then we'll jump into it. So, we're going to talk about Palantir briefly, not too much news, but just an update, and GME, just a quick update, not any real news. We'll talk about Alibaba, which is one of the stocks that actually is doing well today, that people are making money from. And then we'll talk about Tesla, we'll talk about Afria, and then we'll talk about Microsoft. News in all of those stocks. All right, so let's jump right into it. Oops, I gotta pull myself up here. And there we go. And boom. There's TD. All right. What do we have here? So, the Dow Jones is down 0.16%. The Nasdaq down 0.19%. And the S&P down 0.02%. So, the S&P 500 was the best gainer today. Well, it didn't gain, but it barely lost anything. But all three indexes are down in the red. Therefore, we got Raministan. Personally, I don't know too many people that made money today. And if you did, congratulations. All right. So, Apple down 1.32%. Kind of expected at this point, I guess. You know, Apple's really not been going anywhere for the past couple months, but it is slowly starting to inch back up and creep back up. So for everyone who's holding Apple, just hang in there. It will probably come back pretty soon. It's been trading sideways for way too long. Not financial advice. Okay, AMC, one of our beloved meme stocks, getting absolutely hammered today, down 8.5%. AMD, somewhat of a meme stock, half legit. That's down 5% today. That's probably because Nvidia came out with I think they did their investor day today, and they came out with good news. So I believe because of that, AMD and Intel are falling because good sentiment about Nvidia. All right, Amazon up slightly, 0.21%. Afria, which was it was earnings this morning for Afria, and a lot of you apes bought in last week. You guys bought the hype and held the hype. You're supposed to buy the hype and sell the news, not buy the hype, hold the news. So, yeah, so I guess people were expecting positive earnings, and it was the complete opposite. It was terrible. And we'll get to that in just a second. I'll pull up the news on that. But yeah, apparently the earnings were very, very disappointing, and therefore we see a sell-off. Honestly, I kind of expected it, but hey. So, and it's not only Afria, it's all the cannabis stocks are getting hammered, but particularly Afria and Tilray. But I don't think Tilray got hit as hard today, but still getting slaughtered today. We got ASO, Academy Sports and Outdoors, which is our latest meme stock that is getting squeezed, or maybe it did get squeezed recently. That is up 4.7%. Alibaba, probably the biggest story today. And you probably only made money if you're holding Alibaba today. That's up 9.27%. And this is most likely due to a recovery based on the negative news that Alibaba's getting fined by China. Forgot how much they're getting fined. Don't quote me on this. I think it's like $3 billion. And that was actually good news because people thought it was going to be a lot worse. So the stock, I believe it went from like 330 to 220. Don't quote me on that. Something around there. And there's about 33% upside. 50% upside. So a lot of people saw it as a buying opportunity, and the stock is running back up right now. So congratulations to you if you have Alibaba. Okay, Baidu down 2.52%. Blink Charging, meme stock, down 4.7%. Bumble down 2.84%. Bio-Nanogenomics down 7.5%. Beyond Meat's up 1.45%. CCIV down 4%. What else we got here? Check. Is that Check Capital? That is down 10.4%. Bloodbath today. Bloodbath. Chipotle up 0.53%. Coursera, which is an IPO I talked about, I think 2 weeks ago, had a pretty crazy run so far, but it's finally pulling back. That's down 4.23% today. DoorDash, pretty nice day, up 5.22%. Discovery A and B got caught up in the whole Archegos saga. They're bleeding today. DraftKings is down almost 7%. Man, this is very ugly. Express, which is another meme stock, down 6.33%. Meme stocks are really not doing good today, huh? Like they're not only red, they're getting like absolutely slaughtered. So my heart goes out to all you apes out there. But hey, I'm losing money too, so we're in this together. Fubo, another meme stock, down 8.4%. Again, meme stocks getting hammered. GME down 11%. Again, meme stocks getting absolutely destroyed today. Intel down 4.18%, and probably due to Nvidia, like I just said a little bit ago. Costs, another meme stock, down almost 6%. Li Auto, Chinese EV stock, down 4.31%. Should close this actually. What else we got? Marathon, Bitcoin company, up 2.2%. Pretty nice day, but I think this was up like over 8% today, this morning, so significant pullback there. But at least it's in the green, you can't complain, right? Might have to mute in a second. I hear a siren. Microsoft is pretty much trading sideways, even though we have some good news about them, which we'll get to a little later. Match is up about 0.5%. MUDs, which is a SPAC I talked about last week. Alright, I'm going to mute now. Excuse me, guys. Okay, my apologies. That should be a little better. Where was I? Yeah, Muds was is the SPAC that's acquiring Tops, the not the supermarket, the baseball card company. And they're getting into NFTs now. That is up 15%. Interesting. So very good day for Muds. Microvision, another meme stock, down over 9%, getting hammered. Naked, another meme stock, down over 8%, getting hammered. Cruise Line's getting hammered. Neo, down 2.57%. This was down more, like close to 4% before, so I'm glad there's a little bit of buyback there, some buying pressure, so didn't finish that much in the red, but man, this is crazy. Nike up almost 1%. Nikola, who cares, down 7.5%. This thing keeps on getting hammered. Nano Dimension down 6%. Nokia down 1.5%. Nvidia, which is came out with good news today, positive sentiment, up 5.62%, and that's why we saw AMD and Intel falling. Overstock up 0.82%. Anything else here? Pfizer up 1%. Palantir, which we'll get into some slight news in a second, but Palantir is down almost 3% today, and at one point, I think in the pre-market, it was up 3%. So $6 swing, or 6% swing. I know a lot of apes are not happy about that. There's a lot of hype surrounding Demo Day, which I believe is Wednesday. And I guess a lot of apes were buying the news, and we're starting to see, or buying the hype. A lot of apes were buying the hype, and now we're starting to see some selling of the news, it appears like. But a lot of apes probably bought the news and are holding the news. That's what I predict. Don't know for sure, but it seems that's the case. Peloton up 0.31%. PayPal up 0.85%. Roblox, IPO'd not too long ago, up 4.41%. Yeah, honestly, I didn't even know what Roblox was till my little cousin was watching it on YouTube. And, yeah, I didn't realize how valuable of a company it was. But, like, it's kind of like the new Minecraft, you could kind of say in a way. Anyway, if you want to go check out Roblox, it's actually a pretty decent company. Not financial advice. Lordstown Motors, Ride, down 8.5%. Riot, another Bitcoin company, up 4%. Good for Riot. Romeo Power, meme stock, actually up today, 0.31%, surprising. Roku down 0.68%, couldn't be 0.69. Shopify down 2%. Snapchat down 1.31%. Sundial Growers, cannabis meme stock, down 7%. Ouch. Yeah, all the cannabis stocks getting hammered. All the meme stocks getting hammered. Virgin Galactic Space, down 8.6%. Ouch. SPY is up 0.04. I don't know how. Do you see this bloodbath? How is SPY up? Whatever. Tilray, down 13%. Good. Tesla up 3.69%. Is it a sign? I think so. So, good day for Tesla. A lot of apes hold Tesla, and if you have Tesla, that's probably the only thing that saved you today. That and Alibaba. And maybe DoorDash. Uber had a good day today. CEO was on CNBC, did an interview. Viacom, which I've taken a liking to, down 5% today. Ow. I will admit I didn't think it was going down much further, and I don't think it will, but we don't know. But this is getting kind of ridiculous. Like, I believe like 13 out of 14 or 14 out of 15 last trading sessions, this thing has been red. 14 out of 15 days, it's been red. Come on, Viacom. Come on. Who is still selling this thing? Come on. Anyway, this thing was up like in the very early morning, like when the market opened. It was up almost like 2% and it finished down 5%. That's pretty sick, man. It just, towards the end of the day, it just sold off. And I can't understand. Who's selling Viacom? Didn't everyone already sell Viacom? Come on, guys. We need this thing to go up. I need this thing to go up. So, yeah, Viacom getting slaughtered. What's new? VIX increase. Workhorse down 5.5%. So, yeah. Not a good day. Not a good day for the longs and the market overall. All right. Let's quickly check on the dollar. So, looks like for the most part the dollar is getting wrecked also. It's down against the Australian dollar, the euro, the pound. It's up on the New Zealand dollar and the Canadian dollar. And then it's down to the Swiss franc and the Japanese yen. So, yeah, dollar getting hammered also. Not good. Okay. Oh, privacy. 1 second. As I pull up the crypto. So I pull up crypto very quickly, and we'll not too much going on in crypto today. Whoa, Binance. Oh, let me pull it up. Binance flying up 18.6% today. Wow. Wow. Amazing. Yeah, that's up 58% today. I had Binance at one time, had to sell it because, it's a Chinese exchange. Upset about that. I knew Binance was going to blow up. Anyway, XRP down a little bit. It's had a crazy run of late. Nothing too crazy. Uniswap up 20%. Nothing too crazy going on. Tron up 10.5%. Dogecoin down 6%. Hey, we hit 7 cents at least. Incredible. Okay. Yeah, so nothing too crazy going on with crypto. So, all right, let's get into the news. So we'll start with some general stuff about stuff that happened over the weekend, and then we'll get into more specific stocks that you guys like, and then we'll get into some YOLOs, because I know that's what you guys want to see. So, this happened yesterday, Sunday night, and this was Jerome Powell, Jay Powell, the Fed chair. He frequently goes on 60 Minutes for some reason, and he likes to give interviews and updates about the state of the economy. And for those of you who don't know, Jay Powell's been saying pretty much the same thing for a while now, through this whole pandemic, that he's not going to raise interest rates. The Fed, they're not going to raise interest rates. They're going to let inflation just do its thing. They're going to let it run, and then when inflation actually occurs, then they're going to start taking steps to reduce it. So when they finally see an impact, that's when they're going to start raising interest rates and start regulating the market and stuff. But for now, he maintains he's not going to touch the market. He's not going to raise rates, and he says that he expects the reopening and an economic boom, and he expects the economy to be very strong. So really nothing new. He just comes on again and says, yep, same thing as last time. I'm not going to touch it to the moon. Pretty much what Jay Powell said. And he gave his take on Archegos, too. He said pretty much that shouldn't have happened and we're investigating. Man, this guy Jay Powell is more like a politician than the Fed chair. Because I just watch this guy talk on TV. He does interviews. And he just gives you like runaround answers and just repeats himself. Like he's literally a politician. More than an economist, I think personally. But hey, as long as we're all making tendies, I don't care. So I'm not gonna read the article because it's not very important. There's no information that I didn't just say. But just wanted to briefly talk about this. This was kind of big news yesterday, and I don't do my show on the weekends, so covering it right now. So yeah, Jay Powell did an interview, and the market. It's weird because every time he does an interview and he says good stuff, it's like it causes a negative effect. I don't get it. Anyway, so there's that. Let's move on. Okay. This was not too long ago, a couple hours ago. Biden meets today with executives on chip shortage as U.S. auto industry feels the pain. Not going to read the whole thing, but I'll read the key points very quickly. The White House held a virtual CEO summit on Monday where President Joe Biden met with executives from the auto, tech, biotech, and consumer electronics industries. The discussions were expected to focus on the ongoing semiconductor chip shortage that's costing automakers billions and forcing massive temporary layoffs. Biden has backed proposals for tax incentives to U.S. manufacturers to make the critical parts in America to avoid shortages in the future. So for those of you who don't know, this has been an ongoing problem for a while now. I'd say a couple months. Yeah, we're in a semiconductor chip shortage. And the semiconductors are the chips that all of our technology uses. All our computers, our phones, and our cars, and pretty much everything. Anything tech nowadays we use has a semiconductor. And this especially has hit the auto industry hard because, cars nowadays are very advanced and have a lot of technology in them. Pretty much like a phone on wheels or a computer on wheels nowadays. And all these companies, American companies, are starting to switch over to EV, Ford and GM and I don't know. but especially those two are the two biggest American companies. And even Tesla and not as much the Chinese companies, but they're feeling it too. I have a position in NEO, and this thing has been wrecking me pretty hard. but it's all right. Buying opportunity, you know. But anyway, Biden, he called this a, don't quote me on this, I think he called this an epidemic. And, you know, his old boomer self recognizes that this is a real issue here. And our country doesn't actually manufacture our own chips. We just buy them from China and Korea, from South Korea, from Samsung and from China. I forget what the Chinese company is called, but it's there's like two companies, Samsung and this Chinese semiconductor company, and they pretty much have a monopoly on semiconductors. And it's not good, because if there's a shortage, like we see, it causes many downstream problems. So I believe Biden wants to invest, he wants funding for like, I think it was 50 million or 50 billion. I don't remember. I think it's 50 million. Well, it says it will cost the industry 60.6 billion. But anyway, Biden realizes this is a problem, and we need to deal with this. We need to have our own manufacturing so this doesn't happen again. So I think he's gonna request Congress to. He's gonna ask him for $50 million for infrastructure investment into technology, into semiconductors. So there's that news. Pretty important, but I don't think this is what you apes want to hear about. So now let's get into what you apes want to hear about. Oops, wrong button. Apologies. So, let's talk about some GameStop. GameStop extends slump on CEO search reports. Analyst warning. So I'm not gonna read this whole thing. These damn sirens. I apologize. So I'm not gonna read this whole thing. But it actually gives away some information on the next article. Actually, let me do the other article first. Right here. From Reuters, GameStop initiates search for new CEO. GameStop Corp is looking for a new chief executive to replace George Sherman as it pivots from being a brick-and-mortar video game retailer to an e-commerce firm. 3 people familiar with the matter say on Monday. It would be the biggest shakeup at GameStop since Ryan Cohen, the co-founder and former chief executive of online pet food company Chewy Inc., joined its board in January. Its stock is up almost 4,000% from a year ago, after it became the poster child of retail traders betting on so-called meme stocks. Alright, yeah. Not going to read the whole thing, because it's pretty much straightforward. But, to be honest, I don't think this is that big news. Like it's pretty good news. But as we've seen, you know, Cohen is clearing everyone out. He's firing. Well, he's mutually agreeing with all these other executives that they're gonna leave the company. He's gonna bring in his own people that he knows can do a good job at marketing and changing the business from a brick and mortar store to more online e-commerce. you know, Cohen pretty much runs the whole thing himself anyway. He runs the whole ship himself. You could pretty much... He's the chairman. Now he's the chairman, but even when he wasn't the chairman, he was calling the shots. Now he is the chairman, and he's calling the shots. And now he's hiring a CEO, and he's going to tell the CEO what to do. Might have to mute here in a second. I hear a siren. My apologies. It was really good before I started, and of course, as soon as the show starts, then you get all these damn sirens. I will do that real quick. Give me 1 second. I apologize, guys. My apologies. That's insane. That was like the longest siren ever. Literally. Alright. So, you know, quite honestly, Ryan Cohen just should have gave himself the title of CEO and chairman and, just biggest ape of GameStop. You know, just call himself the captain, Captain Cohen. So, I don't think anyone even cares about the new CEO. But, you know, but it shows that Ryan Cohen is being proactive and he's making an effort to really turn this company around. And that's what the apes and the investors want to see. I think most investors and apes didn't even know who George Sherman was. So, it really doesn't even matter to them. Anyway, so GameStop's getting a new CEO. I don't think it's really going to matter because Cohen is going to tell the CEO what to do anyway. But, pretty good news for GameStop. More management changes. And then we see here a possible reason why GameStop fell today, 11%, is it got downgraded. It says here, Ascendiant Capital Markets analyst Edward Wu, who downgraded the retailer to sell from hold, saying increasing digital sales for video game publishers is a looming risk given GameStop's minimal market share. He warned clients in a note about long-term prospects for the company as the market for new gaming systems matures after new launches from Microsoft Corp and Sony Group Corp. Yeah, so does it say what his price target is? Yeah, so he had a $12 price target, and he cut it down to, which was a hold, and he cut it down to $10. And at $10 he rates it a buy, or excuse me, not a buy. At $10 he rates it as a sell. So possibly why the market reacted the way it did. Analyst comes out with very negative review, comes out with very negative sentiment about GME, and I believe all right, I thought he was the biggest bear of GameStop, but I don't see that here. Anyway, yeah. News today. Analyst Edward Wu from Ascendiant Capital Markets downgrades GameStop from a hold to a sell, from $12 to $10. And this is probably one factor in why we saw GME fall $11 today. Sorry for you apes who lost today. Okay. And very quickly, as we all know, Deep Effing Value, the legend himself, right? Where is it? Deep Effing Value, the legend himself. His calls for GME are going to expire on Friday, April 16th, and he has 50,000 shares that he needs to decide what to do. And he put out a poll asking all the apes what he should do. And we see here, it looks like overwhelmingly the apes want him to exercise the options, and it appears like that's what he's gonna do. Now I will say, and don't hate me, guys, this is just my opinion. People seem to think that by Deep Effing Value exercising his 50,000 or by exercising his call options, and the market makers then need to find 50,000 shares to give to Deep Effing Value, and they somehow believe that that's going to drive the price up on GME to the moon. And I hope it does, okay? But realistically, I don't think this is going to happen, because millions of GME shares are traded every day, millions. And to think that 50,000 is gonna have an effect on the overall market, gonna have a huge significant effect, I would have to disagree. All right, I think this is gonna be minimal, in terms of how this event, Deep Effing Value exercising his options. I don't think it's gonna move the stock price very much, but that's just my opinion. Not financial advice. Don't hate me, guys. Okay. So I'm going to quickly talk about Palantir, because I know you apes love Palantir. I'm not going to read the whole article, and this is not new news, but let's just talk about it real quick. So on Wednesday, in 2 days, April 14th, Palantir is going to do a demonstration of their products called DoubleClick. And, honestly, I'm not a Palantard like some of you apes. Maybe if the stock pulls back a little bit, I'll consider getting in. But I'm not too big on Palantir like some other people. Not saying it's a bad company, but I think I'm going to hold out on this one for a little bit. Anyway, so a lot of apes expect DoubleClick Day. We'll call it DoubleClick Day. They expect DoubleClick Day to be a huge catalyst, and they expect for the stock price of Palantir to absolutely moon because of this. And again, guys, just my opinion. Don't hate me. Not financial advice. I don't think this is going to happen either. I don't think this catalyst is going to send the stock price to the moon. And we see that today already. Palantir was down about 3%. Let me just make sure of that. Yeah, it was down 3%. So it appears all the buying pressure is gone. A lot of apes want to buy the hype, and what appears to be happening here is the buy the hype, sell the news strategy. So probably all last week and probably all last week, the apes were just buying up Palantir, hoping for a huge moonshot from this catalyst. But it appears that the smart money is already selling off. They're already selling the news. We're starting to see people sell the news. And because of this, I don't think there's any more buying pressure. And we might, in fact, see a sell-off after double click day. Similar to battery day. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but on Tesla's battery day, a lot of people bought the hype, and then after battery day, the stock went down like 20%. It was insane. So, not saying that's going to happen, but it might. You know, I wouldn't be so fast to assume that double click day is going to send this stock to the moon. In fact, it might be the complete opposite. And if it does tank, I might take a position myself if the price is really that good. So the strategy to make money is buy the hype, sell the news. What most apes are doing is buying the hype, holding the news. Okay? Buying the hype, bag holding the news. So we'll see what happens in 2 days on Wednesday, April 14th. Very curious to see what's going to happen. I personally think that there's going to be a sell-off, but we'll see. All right, let's move on. All right, probably the biggest story today. Alibaba shares rise 6% in U.S. pre-market trading after $2.8 billion anti-monopoly fine. I believe this was in the beginning, in pre-market, and at 4 o'clock it closed around 9% up. So even better than it did in the pre-market. So I'm just going to read the key points very quickly. I'm not going to read the whole article. Alibaba was fined 18.23 billion yuan, 18.23 billion yuan, which is $2.8 billion, by Chinese regulators as a result of an anti-monopoly investigation. Alibaba shares rose 6% in pre-market trading in the U.S. following a 6.5% rally in Hong Kong. Alibaba CEO Daniel Zhang said he does not expect a material impact on the company from the change of this exclusivity arrangement. Okay. So, as we saw, Alibaba got hit with this $3 billion fine for anti-monopoly punishments. I'm not exactly sure what that entails, but we're not going to get into that. And there was positive. The market reacted positively to this after the sell-off, because it appears that most investors assumed worse for the company. They thought there was going to be they were going to get fined more money, and possibly, even beyond that, maybe some executives from the company were going to get personally in trouble. But none of that happened. This ended up being pretty much a slap on the wrist. $3 billion to Alibaba is really nothing. I think it was like 4% of their revenues. Don't quote me on that. I think it was 4% of their revenues last year. So the market really just saw this as a discount the stock price is at a discount, and there's about a 50% upside in the stock. Yeah, I believe it fell down to around $220, and the high was around $330. So as of right now, there's around a 50% upside in Alibaba. So it would be a good buy right now. Not financial advice. And we see that. The market, in fact, thought that it was a good price, and we see a lot of buying pressure, and the stock went up 9% today. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next few days and the upcoming weeks. But it appears that the market the market doesn't care about this anti-monopoly fine. It doesn't affect the bottom line of the company. It has nothing to do with the fundamentals. They believe in it fundamentally. They think it's a strong company, and they're confident that the stock price will recover. So if you got into Alibaba, congratulations to you. All right. Running out of time here, so I'll try to move a little faster. Tesla rallies after Canaccord upgrades rating, says it is like Apple. So I'm not going to read the whole thing here. But in summary, analyst Jed Dorsheimer from Canaccord Genuity upgraded Tesla to a buy from hold and increased his price target to $1,071. That's kind of a weird price target. Why 1,071? It's kind of an odd number. But anyway, very bullish. Very, very bullish. I believe that's one of the most bullish price targets beside Kathy Wood. I don't know what she put on it. I forgot. It was like something ridiculous, like $3,000 or $5,000, which it might hit eventually, but probably not anytime soon. But this was very good news for Tesla. The market reacted very positively to this, and we see that. What is it up today? Yeah, so the stock's up 3.69% today. It's a sign, right? It has to be. But yeah, Tesla did very well today, whereas most of the market got absolutely slammed. So if you were holding Tesla, good for you. Very positive news for Tesla. All right, moving on. Keep hitting the wrong button. Okay. Another one of the bigger stories today. Lagging a little bit here. There we go. Afria reports Q3 loss, misses revenue estimates. And yeah, before we get into this, some background. Afria is meme cannabis stock that a lot of apes like, and this earnings report was supposed to be a big catalyst, and a lot of people were riding on it and had big expectations for this. They thought that the stock was going to absolutely moon after we got these results. And I'm sorry to say that did not happen. In fact, the complete opposite happened. So let's get into it. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm just going to summarize. Here. Afria came out with a quarterly loss of 12 cents per share versus the Zacks consensus estimate of a loss of 3 cents. This compares to earnings of 2 cents per share a year ago. The quarterly report represents an earnings surprise of negative 300%, A quarter ago, it was expected that this company would post a loss of 2 cents per share when it was actually producing when it actually produced break-even earnings, delivering a surprise of 100%. Over the last 4 quarters, the company has surpassed consensus EPS estimates 2 times. So it actually beat. It was actually a good case for Afria, pretty bullish case up until this point. I got to see what the revenues were. Okay. Afria posted revenues of $120.53 million for the first quarter ended February 2021, missing the Zacks consensus estimate by 10%. This compares to year-ago revenues of $110 million. The company has topped consensus revenue estimates 2 times over the last 4 quarters. So, very disappointing. This seemed like a very bullish case. The company was doing very well the past few earnings, and this time around they just absolutely how would I say? This time they really effed up. Like they really missed, like, big. This is really bad. The consensus was 12 cents a share. Or no, the consensus was negative 3 cents a share, and it came out to negative 12 cents a share. So 4 times worse than it was supposed to be. And then they missed the revenues by 10%. That's a big number, all right? So this is not good for Afria. And very negative sentiment, and we see that reflecting the stock price. The stock is down over 14% today. Where's my Yep, good. So sorry to all you apes out there who took some fat L's today from Afria. This just goes to show you should probably not play earnings, because earnings can really go either way. It can moon, it can tank, it can trade sideways. Nobody knows. So all I'm saying is, in the future, guys, just don't assume that a stock is going to moon because of earnings reports. You may expect positive earnings reports, and you might get the complete opposite, like we see here with Afria. Or maybe you expect positive earnings reports, and positive earnings come out, and still the market just decides to sell off because sell the news. So, not financial advice, but personally, I don't play earnings because I have before and I got burned. So I learned my lesson. So I recommend that you guys don't make plays like this also in the future, where you're putting so much on a catalyst like earnings reports. Anyway, we're running out of time, so let's just move on. But bloodbath. All right. Microsoft buys speech recognition firm Nuance in a $16 billion deal. So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'll read the key points, and then I'll give my opinion very quickly. Microsoft announced it will buy Nuance Communications in a $16 billion deal, or about $19 billion, including debt. Microsoft will buy Nuance for $56 per share, about a 23% premium over Nuance's closing price Friday. Nuance's technology will be used in Microsoft's healthcare cloud products. All right. So, yeah, not going to read the whole thing, but, and I'm not too familiar with Nuance, all right? So I just quickly looked it up, so don't quote me on this, but I believe Nuance is a healthcare company that analyzes data, and I watched the CEO on TV earlier, and he really said that their job is to analyze data so that doctors don't have to spend time doing that, and they can just dedicate all of their time and resources to actually helping people, while this company Nuance does all the computing and hard stuff, I guess you can say. It analyzes how you should care for different patients. So, yeah, Microsoft saw a lot of value in this, and here we see a $16 billion acquisition. And Microsoft's stock price didn't really move much. It traded sideways. I believe it was up a little bit, but for the most part, it traded sideways today. But Nuance's stock just absolutely mooned, I believe, over 16% today. So if you were in Nuance, congratulations to you. You probably made a lot of tendies today. Okay. And supposed to be finishing soon, but I guess we'll go a little bit over time today. Don't mind for you guys. But now all we got is YOLOs, so the fun part. So this isn't a YOLO, but this probably deserves recognition. This is by Sagar_Got. Sagar Got. Or Sagar Got. I don't know. Anyway, let's watch this video. Okay. So he says, I did something retarded. Can't say it, but he says I did something retarded. And yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. That's a pretty cool tat. I mean, well, can I just ask why? Let's play it again. First of all, why does the Wall Street Bets guy, why does he have a mask on? Why'd you get it with a mask on? Hey, beats me. And then, what is that, flowers? He has like flowers next to the bull. I don't really get that. But I guess it looks pretty cool. And then he has the bear, which looks pretty cool, but I mean, are you a bear? So, what do you guys think? Comment below. Comment down below. What do you think about this guy's tattoo? I think it's pretty cool. Just some bits of it are a little bit odd to me, such as the mask and the flowers. All right. Oops. All right, now let's get into the actual YOLOs. We got 5 YOLOs today. It's the first one. This one is by Cyan or Cian. This sounds familiar. I think I reviewed another YOLO by this guy before. Why does that sound so familiar? Cyan? Alright, anyway. He says, 40K all-in weekly Palantir calls. Go home, go big or go home. Less. So, yeah, these are FDs. You guys know what that means, right? FDs. You guys know what that stands for? Go look it up. I can't say it here. He has 400. He has 400 calls for $23. All right, let's start over. He has 400 call options at the $23 strike price for April 16th, which is this Friday in 4 days, at the $23 strike price. So that one, I believe, is in the money right now, just ever so slightly. And that could go either way, really. That could be 50-50. So it's a little over 23 right now, a little bit in the money. But we'll see what happens by Friday. That'll be very interesting. And personally, this is just my opinion, not financial advice. This is way too close for comfort. He's already down about 36%. You should probably just cash, bro. I think tomorrow, no matter what happens, if it goes up, great, cash. If it goes down, great, cash. Like cut your losses. This is cutting it way too close, man. $23 calls. I mean, if you diamond hands, kudos to you, man. That's some balls right there if you diamond hands this. And but besides that, he also has another about 425 calls on the same date, so Friday in 4 days, April 16th. But he has 125 calls at the $26 strike and almost 300 calls, or he has almost 300 call options at the $27 strike. Now for those are a little bit more of a stretch. I personally don't believe it's going to get to 26 or 27 by this Friday, by April 16th. Don't hate me, guys. I know you guys love Palantir. But that's, that's about, that's over a 10% gain you would need by Friday. For the 26, and for the 27, even more. So unless demo day or double click day goes really well, and the stock just absolutely moons, and it might go the complete opposite way. You know what happens, during these catalysts. It goes either this way or that way. There's no in between. So I hope it goes up this way for your sake, Cyan. But this is getting real close, man. This is getting real close. So the $23 calls, good chance those expire in the money and you make some gains from that. But I don't know about the 26 and the 27 calls, man. Like those look like an L. Those look like a Yep. And so let me just calculate this very. Let's just say 90 times 400. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, he still has about 36 grand in value just on the $23 calls. So, bro, honestly, just that's a lot of money. 36 grand, just cash out. You don't need to do this, right? But hey, man, I respect the courage. I respect the diamond hands. Respect, man.
With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold.
And that is not financial advice. All right. All right, this one is by small_guava 8548. Small_guava 8548. All right, let's start over. This is by small_guava 8545. Small guava 8545. Okay. Gain Alibaba bought on Friday. Everybody said I was an idiot. So he bought some FDs for this Friday, for April 16th. He bought 17 FDs. Doesn't say how much he bought them for. Does not say his cost basis, but he is up 330%. He's up $18,000 today. Up 280% today. So here you go. And you also get an applause. Because, quite honestly, this takes some balls. Anyone who buys FDs, I respect you. A lot of respect. That takes some balls, right? And it usually doesn't work, and it's great content when you post it. See, I'm usually on the other side. I'd be selling the FDs, but I respect everyone who buys the FDs. It's great content, and I'm pulling for everyone who buys FDs. So, yeah, don't know what this guy's cost basis is, but he just made $18,000, 280% in one day. So, congratulations to you, Small Guava 8545. Okay, yep. Now let's move on. I believe we got two more. No, we got three more. Okay, this is by Freakazoid84. Freakazoid84. He says, "Here's my lost porn for you bastards." So, this guy also bought FDs. Why is everyone buying FDs this week, man? You apes are something else. All right, this guy has 500 FDs, all right? 500 call options. Oh, no, this already expired. Oh, no, it didn't. These are the open date. Okay. So, am I reading this correctly? It says $17 calls? Yeah. So, he has 500 call options for the $17 strike on Friday, on April 16th. Okay? Afria is right now trading at $14. So in order to hit $17 by Friday in 4 days, this thing has to go up about a little more than 20%. Is that going to happen? Probably not. Probably not. But I hope it does for your sake, man. Man, and how much did he put in here? yeah, he put about 42 grand, 42K into this trade, and he's down 36K. So he has about 6K left in value. And Freakazoid 84, my personal advice, not financial advice. This ain't gonna work, bro. It probably is not gonna work. 6K is a lot of money. It's a decent amount of money. Bro, just take it out and go buy some shares. Go buy some shares. Go YOLO it on a smarter play. I don't think this one is gonna work, bro. But I hope it does for your sake. So, yeah. 42K YOLO already down 36K. And the good possibility he's going to lose another 6K in 4 days. So, sorry for your loss, Freakazoid 84. I really hope this works out for you, brother. But it already says loss, not YOLO, so I guess he's assuming that it's already all gone. Who knows? We'll see how this goes. All right, let's move on. So we got two more. This is by Dumbledore Roth IRA. Dumbledore Roth IRA. And I definitely remember this name. I've definitely reviewed some of his YOLOs before. So he says, negative 42K realized loss booked on SPY puts. Don't fight the money printer. And holding all 6,010 GME shares since October 15th, 2020. Okay. So this guy bought, I'm not sure when he bought these, but right now they're looking like FDs. Right now they're looking like FDs. He bought 40 calls, 40 call options, he bought 40 put options at the $375 strike. And he has 4 days to go. And right now, what is SPY at? Done yet? Right now, SPY is about $412. So, not looking good. It would probably have to go down around 10% for this put to be in the money, for these FD puts to be in the money. So, yeah, he is already down 42K, which is 94% on this trade. Good. And he has around a little over $2,500 left in value. So, yeah. My personal advice, and this is pretty much the same advice I give to everyone who does FDs and it's not looking good. Yeah, man, you still got $2,600 in value here. This really doesn't look like it's going to work. You can diamond hands if you want and let it ride. But it's not looking good for you, bro. And $2,600 is a decent amount of money. Why don't you just buy shares with it? Go buy more GME shares. Not that you need it. You already got 6,000 of them. But if you love the stock so much, just buy more shares. Don't lose this $2,600 for no reason. Let's see. What else we got here? Well, at least he sold puts also on the same strike and date. So he hedged a little bit. And he's going to make $2,600 from that, I believe. Do the math. Oops. Okay. So at least he hedged a little bit and he made $2,600 back by selling puts. And he also had this what is this? Okay. Yeah, so and then he's holding $1 million in GME. So yeah, you know I don't think this guy cares. This guy's rich anyway. So you know what? I take it back. $2,600. This guy wipes his ass with that. So I guess if you want to diamond hands it till the end, go ahead, bro. You got it like that. So sorry for your loss, Dumbledore Roth IRA. I hope it works out for you, but hey, man, if you got $1 million, I don't think you really care. So, hey, man, whatever. All right. Now we got one more. Last one. This is by Lanero LNR. Lanero LNR. He says, still holding 6-figure loss on NNOX. Okay. So this guy, so he has 72 call options for the $65 strike on May 21st. And he's already down 90% on that. It appears he put in 100. It appears he put in $102,000, $102K into this YOLO. And he's already down 90%, so he's down 92K. And let me just check what X is at. So Nano X is at $36 right now. So like almost 50% off of where you need to be. And you need to hit that in a little over a month, in about a month and a half. So actually, it's not 50%, it's almost 100% where you need to be. This needs almost a 100% gain to actually hit your strike. And he only has, and he also has a mini call here. He has one call at the $43 strike for April 23rd. So that one expires in 2 weeks. And I don't think that one's going to hit either. $46? Probably not. But that's not even that much money compared to the other one. Do I think this thing's going up 100% in a month and a half? No. Probably not. Probably not. And yeah, bro, you still got 10K in value here. That's a lot of money. Obviously, you really like the stock if you're going to throw over 100K on call options in this thing. Bro, just take your 10K and just go buy some shares in this. All right? You don't need to lose another 10K. This is looking really bad for you. Nearly 100% in 1.5 months. I don't think it's happening, bro. Yeah, so sorry for your loss, Lanero LNR. I don't even know what Nano X really is. Says it's a, yeah, I don't even know. I don't even really know what Nano X is, but this guy really likes the stock, huh?
We like the stock.
So, yeah, bro. My advice, take your remaining 10K in value, and since you like the stock so much, just go buy some shares. That's probably the best thing you can do in this situation. So, sorry for your loss, brother. Sorry for your loss. Lanero LNR. All right. And that's all I got for today. So, let's just sign off here. We went 20 minutes overtime. Gonna mute because there's a siren here. Alright, that should be a little better. Maybe not. I can't tell if it's getting further away or closer. No, it's getting closer. Alright, mute. Sorry, guys. How long was that? That was like definitely over a minute, like 2 minutes, right? And you guys can still hear the siren. This is so ridiculous. Man, I need to get out of here. Killing my show. Alright, time to sign off. Thanks everybody for tuning in today. I appreciate it. Please hit the like button. Smash the like button. Please subscribe, and if you like my content and want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. Alright, guys. And you apes already know, diamond hands to the moon, not financial advice. Even though we're in Raministan today, diamond hands to the moon. Eventually, we're all going to be making those tendies. Alright, guys. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace!
My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars. Noble ship I steer, steady, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons, off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars. Noble ship I steer, steady, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold then.